sees the Christ in you. Everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. To know love is to be loved, and I know love will stay alive. If the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. If my friend feels sad or broken, every time that my heart opens, love makes its way into the world. When the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength.
Good morning, Sacramento CSL, and all of those who are watching us on YouTube, on social media. We are so glad you're here. We are recording this service, as I think you know, so you're welcome to change your name or to go ahead and turn off your video. And of course, we also love to see your faces if you leave your video
Debbie,
on.
we're not hearing you.
Okay. Can someone else take up the welcome?
I'm hearing you.
I'm hearing her too.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I can hear.
I was having trouble with the music sound, so I didn't know if that was my system. So we always have this joy of technology, don't we, where we meet up over this incredible opportunity to be able to meet virtually as well as in person. We are going to meet live and in person on December 19th at our new home. And that is going to be the Citrus Heights Community Center, December 19th candle lighting service. We'll tell you more in the announcements. And starting in January, we will be meeting twice a month in person, the first and the fifth Sundays of the month. So every first Sunday, and when there's a fifth Sunday, we're meeting then too. We look forward to seeing you in person, on Zoom, on YouTube, and in all of the ways. Thank you so much. As always, you can find us on Meetup, on Facebook, on Instagram, and especially on our website, which has all of our classes, events, etc. And thank you to all for your donations, including our generous YouTube audience. So many of you who watch on YouTube give generously, and we are grateful. And now I would like to welcome Reverend Sharon Dunn.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good to see everyone. And Debbie, you are amazing that you can seamlessly, right? Seamlessly just move from wow, whoa, hi. And I love that about you, the professionalism and the humor. And it's just wonderful. So as I'm seeing, I see that Linda Connolly is here to be with us this morning. So if you would like to unmute and say hi to her, you can do that now. So one at a time, just go ahead.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Love you,
Linda.
Linda.
Love
Hi.
you.
I love you too.
Your daughter looks a lot like you.
No, this is my friend Janice.
Oh, okay, well, a family member and another
Yes, well, we consider she's always been part of the family because she comes to all things family. So
All Canadians look alike, right?
I was thinking it was their amazing consciousness that they share together.
there you go.
Well, it's wonderful to see you here, Linda. We just love you so much. Your spiritual community and your spiritual family hold you in our hearts daily. And, you know, it's funny, when I got online today, as soon as I went into Zoom, I thought that I thought of Patrick coming in with his funny name that he always came in with it. I had to change every week. And I was like, oh, oh, so
Yes, yes, I was
we
thinking
miss
of
him.
that too.
We will always, he'll always be here.
Yes.
There's a little square with his heart in it that will always be in our virtual sanctuary. So we're so happy to see you, Linda. So let's get started. We have an exciting program here today, and I loved the music that you picked, Ruth, with Gary Lynn Floyd singing about the Christ in us. As you know, Ernest Holmes teaches about the Christ consciousness, and that thing that Jesus taught us was that we are to do the one thing we came here to do, which is to love one another. And he gives lots of fun parables and deep parables to contemplate and to learn how to love one another. So we love the Christ teachings, and we know, all of us, that we are that is, and that we are connected in that beautiful consciousness. So thank you so much. And we have a special practitioner of truth, Margie Lukefeld, to bring us into that deepening, bring us into that prayerful state. And I don't think anyone does it better than she does. So thank you, Margie. And I'm going to unmute you since it seems to be.
There you go. Thank you. In this sacred moment, in this sacred nanosecond, there's a divine presence right here, right now. This divine presence, it goes by many names, many names, but it's only one. And it's one of love. And this is the season, this is the month that we can really feel that love. We feel the presence, and we feel it every day. But this season, I know it's with me because I really feel it around this time. And it's very, very special. And I know that this beautiful divine presence is within each one of us, for we are children of God, of the Most High. And so I bless our service today. I'm excited to hear the message that's especially for me, and I'm sure you too. And I'm blessed to have all the talent here today, and our members and our visitors and everything. And so I give thanks, and together we say, and so it is. And please join me for the readings. I'm trying to. Okay, here it goes. We are not becoming this life, but are now in and of this life. There's no other life. God is not becoming. God is. God is not growing. God is complete. God is not trying to find out something. God already knows. That's science and mind. In holy waiting, all your attention is in the now. You are present with your whole being, every cell of your body. It is only now that you are truly yourself. Eckhart Tolle. Quiet the mind, be still, and watch the breath of God rise and fall in all things. Allow God's breath to be your breath. Allow God's nature to be your nature. Having Chavino. And now enjoy our Michael got amazing things by him. It's great.
Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. The places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when, where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings, and you will do amazing. You don't have to work it out, just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest
take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Oh, I know you will. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing. Sing it with me. Just look at somebody for a second. Sing amazing. Look at somebody else. Amazing, you will do amazing things. Oh, I know you will. Amazing, yes, amazing, you will do amazing things. Can you feel that? Such beautiful energy we've created right here. Now what I want us to do is imagine that we filled this room, and we're going to send it out into the world, this knowing, this positive, beautiful spiritual energy. Let's sing, we will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, we will do amazing things. Oh, 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 amazing, yes, amazing, we will do amazing things, yes, I know we will. Amazing, amazing, we will do amazing things. We will heal the world today. Amazing, amazing, we will do amazing things. And now what I'd like you to do with the deepest conviction and sincerity, place your hand over your own heart and tell yourself the truth. I will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, I will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, I will do amazing things. You will do amazing things.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Ruth. And now you can also say to yourselves, I am amazing. Using that I am practice. We're actually going to talk about that today. Good morning. I am Reverend Sharon Dunn, Senior Minister at the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living. And we are talking about and exploring December's theme of Journey of Becoming. And today's topic is the joy of becoming. And I want to say that to become is to realize that we have come nearer to the awareness of that which is already there in the first place. To become is to realize that we have come nearer to the awareness of that which is already there in the first place. So I'm going to talk about three things today: come to be, begin to be, and become. And God is always at hand, as we know, waiting to be noticed, forever revealing itself further through us. And this present moment is the culmination of every moment before us. And at the end of the year, which is approaching quickly, I kind of want to slow it down so I can enjoy every moment of the holidays this year. And at the end of the year, we celebrate the new year. And that we recognize is the culmination of the entire process of 2021. So again, God is not becoming, as Michael Gott's saying, God is. And the founder of our teaching, Ernest Holmes, wrote the Declaration of Principles, which is what we believe. And I picked this particular declaration today, that we believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existing cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God, and this part, it is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. So that is what we're working with today. So, you know, I sometimes, when I have a topic, I sometimes ask people questions about it. You know, we have our sermon notes and we have our research. And I also like to have conversations with people about, well, what does it mean to become? What is becoming? And, you know, if you Google becoming, you get resources and resources and resources on the book that our First Lady, Michelle Obama, wrote on becoming. And so you really have to keep researching and keep researching to get anything different than that online about becoming. And so I love this definition of becoming. It is to come to be. Isn't that amazing? What is becoming but come to be? It is to begin to be. It's a process of coming to be something or of passing into a state. It is becoming clear that we are totally new. It is to grow into or turn into, and to qualify or be accepted as, to acquire the status of. What's interesting about all of this is it almost feels like it's something that's not already there within us, which it is. We just heard that song about that. It really is about recognizing and becoming aware of what's already there. And we think, raise your hand if you think of becoming as a very positive thing. Oh, I'm becoming. Well, I'm here to tell you, becoming is not necessarily a positive thing. It could very well be that we are becoming that which we do not desire to be. Whoa. So we have an opportunity here to think about, what are we becoming? And why are we becoming that? And what has influenced us to become that? So come to be. Of course, I want to ask the question, how did I come to be this? Have you ever thought of it this way? You know, becoming, oh, yay. Well, I just realized that I have become. And I'm not sure I want to walk into 2022 with some of the things I've become or come to be. Raise your hand if you agree with that. I want you to be thinking about that you have come to be, that you might not want to dredge into the new year with. Are you with me? So be thinking about that. As we've journeyed through this year and begin as we have begun to consider 2022, we take a moment at the end of each year to sit in the stillness of God, becoming this moment, this time, and this expression. In other words, what we do as a practice, which we're going to actually do on January 2nd, is we're going to do some visioning about what we want to be in the new year and what we don't want to be in the new year that we can leave. So as this new year approaches, we'd like to resolve, right? Resolve that which we no longer want in our lives. So we're going to create a New Year's resolution. That's what Spirit said. I don't think it's a word. Debbie, I'm not sure it's a word, but I like it. Instead of a New Year's resolution, I would like us to also consider a New Year's resolution, that we resolve something and leave it behind, that we no longer are anchored to that. So like the burning bush viewed by Moses, introducing itself as I am, or in other translations, I am becoming, the fullness of Spirit is all around us, awaiting our notice. So we do understand that we can collapse into form anything we desire. And we don't have to know how, as we know. We let Howie or Spirit take care of the how part. Yes, we take action. Yes, we move in that direction. Yes, we let go of everything that isn't it, that's in the way of it. And I would love us to think about the I am practice as we bring that into our recognition again at the end of this year. Start thinking about the I am practice again. What are you I aming? What are you I aming? There is only one thing ever happening, the expression of God or Spirit in this moment. That's just what Michael Gott sang about. So to become is to come to be. How I deal with the past is how I will become what I want to be. I am becoming is to recognize the I am, is to move past the past or anything that is unlike the nature of God or who you really are. So this idea of the I am practice, I am becoming unworthy, undeserving, broke, old, angry, overweight. In my case, it's always too short. I have a new friend that is quite tall. So now I've partnered with someone to complement my life so that I can let go of the I am too short. Because now I have someone that reaches things and helps me to reach things. And that is another sermon altogether. So in begin to be, in this talk of becoming, in begin to be, the life and expression of the divine is here and now as this moment and as each experience in this moment. So do you ever think about becoming as something that you aren't yet? Can we let go of that? You know, I was really taken by the quote that God isn't becoming something. God is already. Because I've often thought, well, if I'm learning something, then God must be learning something. But I had to look at it differently after hearing that quote. I had to think, oh, well, if God is not learning because God is already knowing, then God must be looking at all of us as to how we are learning and how much of itself we are using. Because we know that that infinite mind, that infinite body of God, all creation is the body of God, is there then for us to access. So that that changed my mind a little bit, that quote. I thought that was very, very moving. And so God pours itself through all creation, using itself as both the putty and the sculpture. And we say God is not absorbed in its creation because we are it. And everything we are is that is. And yet there's more because God is not absorbed in the finite. So, like reaching the top of the roller coaster, we're setting up for the new adventure. But the pause first is a necessary part of that, which reminds me of, let me say this. I haven't been a fan of heights. And I have pushed myself at times, like at the county fair, when there's a giant Ferris wheel. And I just know that and pray that I won't get, that one that, stops at the top while someone, directly below gets on. And that has happened to me. And it's that pause. It's that pause when you have to make that decision to surrender to all of the fears so that you can enjoy the view. And I literally had that happen where I got to the top and it was a very big Ferris wheel. And then I looked around and I could see this beautiful view for miles. And I thought, well, I have a choice here. I can let go of what I'm afraid of and enjoy the view, or I can just white knuckle it. Which is it going to be? Or is it both? Both. And I'm holding on for dear life. And isn't this a lovely view? And is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Oh my goodness. I love being me. This moment is God, as is the next and the next and the next. And your being in the moment is a necessary part of the unfolding of the divine. And if God, that word God is something you're growing into, put in something like spirit or the divine or infinite mind. We have 100 names for God when you take our classes. We pass out a form that is 100 names for God that you can use as you grow into that word. Growing into that word, I had quite a journey of that. And I ended up really liking the word because I noticed that when I was talking about infinite mind or spirit or the divine, it wasn't always that the person I was talking to was in the same mindset as me. But if I said God, we all knew what we were talking about. We were talking about that thing that is, the thing itself, as Ernest Holmes calls it. And this is where you behave according to God's idea of itself. This idea of begin to be, when you begin to be, you actually also include behavior. You include your habits. You include your daily way of being. Drum roll. You might have to change something. You might have to create a new habit. You might have to create a new discipline. You may actually have a concerted effort to not do that thing that you've always done or not react the way you've always reacted. And so to begin to be is an action stage. So last is to become. The idea of become is to be still and know now. To be still and know. We've heard that. In fact, you can see above my head, my beautiful sign that says be still and know that I talked about last week. I just love it so much because it reminds me. But in this idea of to become, this idea of our talking point become, to be still and know now becomes your way of life. To be still and know now becomes your way of life. And as you do as you're told, this is where you have to do as you're told by that wee small voice. So remember this, if you remember nothing else this morning, to get to that be still and know now becomes your way of life. And do as you're told by that wee small voice. So there's a lot of reflection and contemplation. That's a spiritual practice that I love, probably the most. Again, I'm not one to go to the top of the Himalayas and meditate in a pretzel position. In fact, I'm not one to get in a pretzel position anymore. But I love to contemplate and I love to reflect and I like to listen. And listening is a spiritual practice. For some reason, and it's one of my questions when I get there, why is it a wee small voice instead of a sledgehammer and loud booming voice? Why is spirit hidden from us unless we're paying attention? Unless we're focusing in. But in the stillness, we're allowing the joyful song and life of God to shine through ourselves. We arrive at the heaven within us. We believe heaven is within us. The delight of God unfurling itself as your experiences through this year and beginning to blossom itself into the following moment, day, year, and experience. Are you excited about 2022? I am. Each of us has the power and the potential to awaken to the true nature of God in us. And as we pause at the end of one cycle before diving into the next, let us invite the awareness of this truth. And what do I mean by truth with a capital T? Is that which is true for all. When we say, I am that is, I am love, I am power, I am abundant, I am wholeness. Isn't that beautiful? It can go on and on. So, in conclusion, the end of the solar cycle, the end of 1 year, we're starting to get closer, aren't we not, to the winter solstice? This is a time, you can feel it. This is a time where we go within. This is winter. This is when the snow covers everything. And right now, it's raining where I am, and I've got a long sleeve shirt on, and I got my slippers on, which I may not wear to church when we're in person, but I'm all snuggled up here, and I am looking forward to those quiet moments where we go within and we decide for ourselves, what do we want the new year to look like? Each of us has the power and the potential. And after the pause, we plunge into the next year, the new cycle, the new growth. But for now, we're in the pause. To become is not always joyful, is it? And so the joy of becoming is to be that brings us joy. Duh. Let us pray. And I'm so grateful to know that there's one power, one presence, that it is love and light and life and joy and abundance and wholeness, and all that is good. Has to be good because it's infinite. It can't be opposed. There can't be an opposing force. It can't be annihilated. It is that is. It is the creator creating creation. It is the creator that has created my life in its image. And so I know this for myself. I know that for each of us here. And as this message goes out into the virtual world, which is, again, the power of the presence, the creativity of the one itself that creates virtual worlds, galaxies, universes, I know that what I say, what I know in the one mind that knows, and that all of us know from that one mind, and we're connected in that one life. It doesn't get better than that. And so in this prayer, as I speak my word, I know it's powerful. I know it is actually the word of God. And if I'm speaking with love, if I'm speaking truth, if I'm speaking something that is good for all and harms no one, the prayer is answered. If I have that conviction, if I have that belief in it, if I release all doubt, this prayer manifests into form, and I declare and demand it so. I know what I know, because I know that love is all there is. Love is the purpose, the reason, the point. Love is life. And so in that life, I declare enough and more than enough. That there is enough for all people, animals, that there is a sustainable life for this planet, that there is a way to ensure that the climate works for everyone, that the world works for everyone, that in this holiday season, in this celebration of Hanukkah and Christmas and all that is celebrated, Kwanzaa starting December 26th, that all the celebrations called by many names are of the delight and in the delight of spirit. And you can feel the connection. You can feel the joy of the lights in the city and people bundled up. But there is also a declaration and a proclamation for those people that are cold and hungry, that is not acceptable, and that is in our awareness to provide and protect, that God in itself guides, guards, and protects us all, that we feed each other, that we know and feel the connection, and that it is the impetus, the inspiration for us to give to our brothers and sisters, to the animals, and to all life. I am so grateful that this prayer is answered, and I release my word into the law that makes it so. I don't have to know how God does God's work. I just trust it. And I act upon it in my deeds, my words, and my life. And so please agree with me as we affirm, and so it is. Amen. Hallelujah. Ashe. Shalom.
What did you think was gonna happen here? Did you think I would dive right in and drown in all my fear? But I'm rising to the surface. I feel I have purpose to be love's volunteer. You got the best of me. I'm feeling so strong, awake to my spirit, singing a brand new song for you. You got the best of me. I'm feeling alive, and if you think you know me, you may be surprised at what you see. 'Cause I learned to be the real me, yeah. The real me, yeah. What did you think was gonna happen now? Did you think I would own this stage and take my final bow? But I'm making a commitment, as God is my witness, I won't let you down. You got the best of me. Feeling so strong, awake to my spirit, singing a brand new song for you. You got the best of me. I'm feeling alive, and if you think you know me, you may be surprised at what you see. 'Cause I learned to be the real me. It's the real me. It's the real me.
Oh my goodness. I was so caught up in the song, I forgot I was supposed to unmute. We are offering you an opportunity to give. And so many of you, so many of us already give so generously. It is amazing to have this incredible center to be able to be on YouTube and now in person starting December 19th periodically. Please give your donations at saccsl.org or send a personal check or use Square or Amazon Smile. We have so many opportunities. Thank you. And join with me on mute in saying our abundance affirmation with your hand on your heart and feeling this abundance in all areas of your life. Abiding by the law of circulation and in heartfelt gratitude, I affirm that I live in a creative and abundant universe that continuously flows in, through, and out as me, expressing as the ever expanding, infinite good. And so it is. Now I turn it over to Reverend Patricia for our announcements. First, I'll say, remember, there are always opportunities for prayer requests. We ask that you give us online prayer requests through our website at saccsl.org, and we take your requests and pray on them for a week. We have seen the most amazing demonstrations.
And the latest news, and I am delighted to say we have lots of it. First, you all know that we're moving into a new center twice a month. And our opening was last week, and our second event is going to be a very special candlelight service next Sunday at 10:30 in the morning. And this is a ceremony that reveals the light that is within all of us. So come to our new home at the Citrus Heights Community Center, and please be part of this wonderful candlelight service. As we did last week, we are continuing to support Heart. So we will still be collecting items, and we are looking for a date that we're going to be getting together as a group to be serving breakfast sometime between December 26th and March 5th. We're still working on finding the exact date that we will be able to go together. But keep your collections of t-shirts and socks and warmies for those that don't have the warmies. Twice a month, everybody comes to my house for the Busy Hand Warm Heart Day. And it's just a couple of hours of handwork, whatever kind you want. We have people who paint rocks and people who crochet and do needlework. We also are wonderfully entertained by Connie Altman playing her harp. So it's a really wonderful time just to get together in the warmth of our hearts. Upcoming classes. We have set up a 6-month schedule of classes. You will be seeing this on our website and lots more information, but the two that are coming up first are a Beyond Limits class. This is a foundation class. It's going to be done both in person and on Zoom, so it's open to everybody anywhere that would like to be part of it. It's about letting your life soar, that it may be that the only thing that's limiting your life are your own beliefs and limitations. So come spend 10 weeks with me and we will explore that. We are also at a nighttime class. We also have a daytime class on Tuesdays that's going to start in January, towards the end, the 25th, and it's the 5 gifts of an abundant life. This is a life-changing class. I've taken it, and Reverend Sharon does an incredible job about how to bring gratitude, intention, forgiveness, tithing, and surrender, the 5 gifts that will create the most abundant life, both financially, with your relationships. Every part of your life will just grow. So if you want growth, that's the place to be on Tuesday mornings. We also have 2 workshops coming up. The second one is going to be February 12th. It's the Science of Mind. And quantum physics is the science of mind, and it really can be a whole lot more simple than you might think. And Reverend Sharon will give you the simple way to learn how to use quantum mechanics to collapse possibility into the actuality of your life. This is going to be a all-day Zoom presentation. We also have on the 5th Sunday in January, Reverend Debbie Putnam is going to do a vision board workshop. And that's a lot of fun, especially if you're the more hands-on creative type, because you'll actually create a vision board to take with you to set up 2022. So given Reverend Sharon's talk on the 1st of January, this is the way to bring it back into concrete reality. So that's a really nice bookend that we have for you in January. So I'm going to turn it back over to Margie so we can have our affirmation and benediction and closing song.
Thank you, Reverend Patricia. And now for remain muted and say with me, I sit in joyful expectation of the revelation of God. Wow, it's powerful. And in deep gratitude for the service today, for everything, the message, the music, the message. We're so grateful for everything. We're grateful for all of us and all of you. And we know that we bless each other today. We bless the roads. We bless and know that we are safe because we are children of God and we are surrounded in love, love, love. And so it is.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you, everyone. Ooh.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When I'm in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't you know when I'm in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. When I'm in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. I let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Out there on the street, so I'm gonna let it shine. Don't you know that out there on the streets, I'm gonna let it shine. Out there on the streets, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's sing it one more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. shine.